Hello champions! Welcome to Term 3. How are you? Miss Mita hope all of you stay healthy and stay safe. So this is the video for library for Term 3. Please check it out. Miss Knit. Okay, this is the cover. And this is the copyright. Okay, let's restart. Little Miss Knit was a very tidy person, probably the tidiest person in the world. She lived in Taupin Cottage. It was called Taupin Cottage because she kept it as neat as two pins. She just couldn't stand a mess. She spent all day every day polishing and dusting and cleaning and making sure that things were in their proper place. One morning, little Miss Knit awoke in her bedroom at Taupin Cottage. She looked out of her bedroom window. It had been raining during the night, and there was a puddle in the middle of her garden path. "Oh!" she gasped in horror and rushed outside with a dust rag. She mopped up every drop of the puddle, and then she rushed inside and washed the dust rag, and then she ironed the dust rag. And then she folded the dust rag, and then she placed the dust rag very neatly back in the drawer. Everything in Taupin Cottage had its proper place. Now, this story is about the time little Miss Knit went on a vacation. She always went away for 1 week every summer, and this year was no different. She spent 2 weeks packing, and then she spent a whole day polishing her suitcase. And then off she went leaving Taupin Cottage, all spick and span and neat and tidy. "Oh, I hope it doesn't get too dusty while I'm away," she thought as she closed the door behind her. But something worse than getting dusty was going to happen at Taupin Cottage. Would you like to know what? Mr. Muddle came to visit. He'd written to Miss Knit to tell her, but being Mr. Muddle, he somehow got into a muddle mailing the letter. Actually, what happened was that when Mr. Muddle went to mail the letter, he had the letter in one hand and a half-eaten sandwich in the other. And you can guess what happened, can't you? That's right, he mailed the sandwich. He mailed cheese sandwich. "It'll be nice seeing Miss Knit again," he chuckled to himself as he walked home. "The sandwich is a bit chewy," he thought. It was the day after Miss Knit left that Mr. Muddle arrived. He walked up the garden path of Taupin Cottage and knocked at the door. No reply. "Goodbye," he shouted. It should have been hello, but he isn't called Mr. Muddle for nothing. "Anybody home?" he called. He pushed open the door. "Oh dear," he thought as he looked around. "Nobody home. Never mind," he thought. "I'll make myself a cup of tea and wait for Miss Knit." So he went into the kitchen of Taupin Cottage and made himself a cup of tea and waited, and waited, and waited, and waited, and went home. Little Miss Knit stepped out of the taxi outside Taupin Cottage. "That was a lovely vacation," she said, paying the taxi driver. "But it's nice to be home." She walked up to the garden path and went in through the door. "Not too dusty," she said to herself, looking around. "I think I'll make myself a nice cup of tea before I start unpacking." But making tea after a Mr. Muddle visit isn't quite as easy as it sounds. Little Miss Knit eventually found the teapot not in its proper place in the refrigerator, and she eventually found the milk not in its proper place in the teapot, and the tea in the sugar bowl, and the sugar in the milk bottle, and a cup in the oven, and a saucer in the bread box. But could she find a teaspoon? She could not. The telephone rang. Little Miss Knit picked it up. "Hello," she said. And the other end, Mr. Muddle suddenly realized he was holding the phone the wrong way. He turned it around the right way. "Goodbye," he said. "Who's this?" asked Miss Knit. "It's you," replied Mr. Muddle. Miss Knit thought, "It's Mr. Muddle, isn't it?" she gasped. "Yes," replied Mr. Muddle, getting it right for once. "And paid me a visit while I was away on vacation, didn't you? She gasped again. Yes, replied Mr. Muddle, getting right again. May I come and see you now that you're back? I suppose so, said Mr. Ned. Goodbye. Hello, said Mr. Muddle, and put the phone down. Little Miss Ned said an heavy sigh and sat down in the armchair next to the telephone. Ouch! He looked underneath the cushion. There were all her teaspoons and knives and forks. I don't think little Miss Ned will be taking a vacation next year. Do you? Okay, champions, so that is the video for library. Miss Mita hope all of you like and enjoy the video. Remember, stay healthy and stay safe. God bless you. See you.